welcome, dear ones. So it's a Valentine's Day, and I've been called to have a quick reading about love, but in a little bit different way, in which Source encourages to look at certain areas we need to improve in order to love ourselves more, because only then, from that place, healed place, we can approach any relation and have a good, mature, loving relationship once we are healed within ourselves. And the funny thing, I already started recording, but the memory went out and I had to do everything again. And my daughter called, so I also obviously couldn't record again, and I get frustrated, and that gives me the vibe of some inner child healing that needs to be done. And it tells me that somehow the inner child is angry and frustrated, and that's the first thing I'm picking up on, that whoever you are in the collective, this is probably the emotion you've been feeling your entire life, or you suppress them. And since I've already picked the cards and I've already tuned into the energy, I can now relate that whoever you are and however it applies to you, it has to do with a mother figure, because we have a Queen of Cups and an Empress. So in a normal sense, they would be very good representations, but followed by Moon card in the reverse twice and the Devil, I would say that there's been something with mother that was really consuming her. And what it gives me the vibe of is a mother that was overgiving, a mother in her wounded feminine energy that would always give and never receive. And probably you never learn how to receive love, receive abundance. And so with the two queens, it gives me the energy of feminine inside of you that needs to be balanced, that needs to be healed. And depending on your background, because this is collective, we also have a Wheel in the reverse and a Four of Swords and a Three of Swords and a King of Pentacles, which is for me here a father figure. So it tells me whether, I think that might have been like financial issues at some point that changed with the Wheel and the Chariot as well, or some other problem concerning father that in turn affected mother and her inner demons, because we have a Devil in the reverse. So that's the part that needs to be healed for me, the inner feminine energy inside of you, so the receiving. And you are here as a Knight of Cups, so a very emotional and romantic person. And this is also followed by Six of Swords, which tells me about the pain and defeat you've probably came through in the childhood. And as the summary, I got this card, and it's in Polish, which says find balance between spirituality and practicality. And what the book said, actually, the wine line stated exactly, stop being a victim, it doesn't serve anyone. So maybe there's a part of you that's still in the victim mode that you need to look at. And maybe somehow it's from your childhood, from your mother's side, from the way she operated in her wounded state. And to close the reading, I would like to pick one of my favorite cards that I got during Course in Miracles festival last year, 2 years ago. And it says, my next step is, and it's basically the guidance. Okay, so we have one already. I'm going to show you here. And I'm going to read it out. My next step is to develop my relationship with the inner child in me. Could I have made it up? Really? One way I will do this is to look for ways to give and receive love with children, and to acknowledge that each child in my presence is a reflection of my own inner child. my prayer will be, God, show me how to become like a child so I can experience heaven. Wow, guys, inner child healing. Go there, play with kids, play with your own kid. I don't know, hug him, ask him what has she wants. Just spend time, give affection. There's never enough of that. It's like with your own babies. You have babies, you know how it goes. They always want your attention. They always need your love. Go, give it to them. And I'm talking to me as well. And I'm feeling one more. I'm gonna make a photo of the cards so you can see for yourself if the energy applies for you. So it says, you can read it out. It's probably in the reverse. I've just realized that, sorry. My next step is to write down all the qualities I want in my perfect life partner. See, Valentine's Day. I accept that wanting someone like this in my life means that each of these qualities is in me, because everyone is just a reflection. I will prepare to have this relationship, it might be the one I now have, by asking God to show me these qualities within myself. I will think of one of those qualities each day, and I will pray, God, show me how to see those qualities in myself. So it all goes back to yourself. And I can never say that enough. It always goes back to yourself, and please just do that. Focus on the qualities in you that you feel are valuable, and see how can you find them in you, and then in your outer person, because everything is just a reflection of what you have inside. And I just want to show you the beautiful book I've just received today. It's a present from someone very close to my heart, and it's a Course in Miracles pocket edition. And I have just one last message. Spirit of all there is. 222. It says 222. Lessons 222. Let me see if there are lessons organized here. No, lessons are not organized here. Okay, so it's a different layout. It's an Ortex. If any of one of you know Course in Miracles, Ortex was the original text that was channeled to Helen Schatzman. Okay, 222. Upheld by fear, this is what the ego would have you believe. Yet God's Son is not insane and cannot believe it. Let him be recognized it, and he will not accept it. For only the insane would choose fear in place of love, and only the insane could believe that love can be gained by attack. But the sane know that only attack could produce fear, from which the love of God completely protects them. So choose love, dear ones, choose love, and see you. And the frustration I felt from the beginning was from the mother's side.